Let's see. You all come into the room once y'all start coming in. I'm sure a lot of the people that normally get on my live, I think they're asleep. They're probably asleep. Y'all wouldn't believe it. Like I said, I've been up cleaning up and just trying to get some order, throwing out things, getting the clutter out because I have so much stuff. Girl, listen, I just said tomorrow I got to start taking my braids out because I go get my hair rebraided this weekend. And I was just thinking, I was like, who can? I almost want to pay somebody, like one of my cousins or somebody, to. I need to make my daughters do it. Take my braids out. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my daughters to help me take them out. Um, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Cause I was thinking about, oh, it's one thing because I used to wear the twist, switch B. I used to wear the twist a lot, but the braids, the knotless braids, I think that's what they're called, the knotless braids. It grows my hair more. Um, it grows my hair more, and the twist because I wash my hair. So when I wash my twist, I mean it totally like messes my hair up. Like it's over, and I have to like with my braids. I be trying to wash them once a week. If not, I can't go more than 2 weeks without washing them. I have to wash my hair. So with the twist, as soon as I wash them, it's over. They look raggedy. Even though the twists are easier to take out. So I just started back getting the braids, the knotless braids, and the summer is almost over. So I mean, um I'll go back to wearing my hair or wearing a wig. What's up, Justice for Dolph? What's going on? Oh my God, I got boho braids. This mess, you have to take out the human hair part, the braiding part, child. Lord have mercy. I really started to start taking some out tonight. I was like, I gotta be at work, so I don't feel like looking like Aquanisha. I was gonna take some out in the middle, and then I was like, I just don't feel like looking like Aquanisha. I don't. So I'm gonna just wait until I'll start on them tomorrow night. I'll start cutting them. Start on them tomorrow night. But you did the boho knot list, and I always wear my braids. I always wear them really long, and they don't be wanting to braid them long. So it was like, why don't you get the 42 inch? I was like, no, I like the 72 inch. She's like, you get 70, you be sitting on them. I said, well then, cut them like right above my butt because I don't want to sit on no braids, but I like them long. So that's why I go to the same person because when you start going to like some of the other Africans, I don't let them braid my edges anymore either. You start going to some of the other Africans, they were, oh, I charge 250 for middle of your back. No, ma'am, I won't. That's okay. I'll just wait and go to the girl I always go to. I think, I mean, for the longest, she charged me 200, and then she probably still would have charged me 200, but I said I wanted them longer, and she was like 230, and then they was really the same size, and I just been paying 230 ever since. I didn't even worry about it no more. She been charging 200 for years now, so I guess going up $30 don't mean nothing. What's the latest with Govan? I don't know. What's today, the 18th? Listen, I think Govan goes to court. Um, I believe they say he goes to court on the 18th. No, Cornelius goes to court tomorrow. And that's another thing. I'm gonna go up in there. I just don't. I don't want to. I don't want to look like Aquanisha. I think I've had my braids. Normally, I go get my braids done every 6 weeks, but I've had these longer since I've been wearing the braids. I don't get them done every 6 weeks because it's hard to take them out. Before I could just cut the twist and they would just come on out, but I can't. That's too much work to go get braids done every 6 weeks. I mean, I have to take them out. Mm-mm. But they last longer though. The braids last longer. Says Govan got state court on the 18th of August, and his federal court date is the 14th of December. Ooh, child, Lord Jesus. So they holding him in there until ooh. Have they set a trial date yet? I thought they set a trial date for Govan. Okay, so his trial date is in December. Oh wow. That's real unusual. For 3 days. Said his life is in super danger. Justice for Dolph, who you think trying to get a hold to him? I've been trying to figure out what Cornelius going to court for. That's what I've been trying to figure out. Is he definitely going to court for something because he showed up the last time. He showed up. They brought him over there. So it's not a glitch. Is it with Desmond Rogers? I don't know. Um, I don't I don't know. Cornelius didn't kill Desmond Rogers that I know of, but I don't know who killed him. On the court paperwork, it's still up under the Young Dolph. It seemed like to me if it was a separate case, it would have a whole new case number. I mean, it's still up under the Young Dolph case. That's weird. It really is. He said report the right bands. Well, they did. I do remember Goldman saying that he was supposed to testify. He was supposed to, but Trayon is in a whole different county. So with Trayon case, as of what he's going to trial for now, it don't have anything to do with Shelby County. I don't know why Trayon trial hadn't started. I could tell you one thing. Trayon in a small town down there in Covington, and it probably don't have but 2 judges. And I could see them trying to make an example out of him. Yeah, I could see them trying to make an example out of him. You have to be very careful, especially in Tennessee. It's still the South. When you going into those small counties like Covington and Millington and um, all of those small counties where the judge is the sheriff and the police, they're very, they're very, racist. I mean, they are. But I mean, I feel like they should be hard on Trayon and them because they didn't have no business going down there killing that lady. If Cornelia's situation is still under the Dolph case, then we may be at the CMG pay for the hit part of the case. That's possible. And do you think Straight Drop will get the death penalty when it's all said and done? Um, I think it would be on the table. Um, but I think he'll work. I don't think he wants to go to the death chamber. So I think what he'll do is he'll tell on himself. I think he'll start telling on himself and admitting to some things. Um, I always told y'all. I always felt like Straight Drop always for some reason reminded me of Alpo. And remember, Alpo did all he did, and he rolled over when he realized that they was getting ready to give him the death penalty. There are levels. Yeah, there are definitely levels to the Dolph case. It is. It is. It's levels to it. It really is. Switch B says, I feel bad for Dolph and his family. I feel he really didn't get justice. Everyone just got slaps on the wrist. Jook gone, Waterhead slithered away scot free. Well, that's how it seems for now. Um, says shoot, Covington only have about 20 police and all. I know. I'm asking as he is the shooter for the um I don't know. I thought that Straight Drop was the other shooter. It could be Cornelius, but they said it was Straight Drop. I don't know though. Whoever it is, I'm sure Trayon done told it. Great Face says CMG paid for Cornelius' lawyers. Cornelius is still involved. If we're there, conspiracy started July 2021, ended March 2022. Cornelius was out when they were still committing all the murders after they killed Dolph. After they killed him, it seemed like to me that there was other ones. Let's see, it was Desmond Rogers. I don't know why they killed Desmond. You know that I think um they thought that maybe Desmond had said something. As nosy as all those old people are over there in Orange Mound, it could have been anybody that told where that car was. I don't even think they felt like Desmond told. I think that they just started panicking and wanted to just try to kill anybody that knew about what they had done, which is crazy. It's crazy within itself. But Govan said on an interview recently that Desmond was killed about according to him, a bitch. It had something to do with a bitch. That's what he said. Y'all know how disrespectful these dudes are. They're real twisted. But those were his words, you know, which is weird. Nobody had killed him about a woman. And I don't it just so happened they weren't coming to kill him around the time all that happened. Mm, I don't believe that. I believe that they killed him because he knew, and they were scared that whoever knew would talk. Why did the conspiracy end in March 2022? What happened for it to end? I don't know. He says Justice for Dolph says so means what happened to Desmond is opposite. That's exactly what it means. um John Brown says Govan also said the white Benz was parked across from his house, and Paul Hagerman revealed the Benz was parked behind his house. I tell you. He says Gotti Project probably end the conspiracy if I had to put money on it. I don't know. I truly believe, that they thought that they had gotten away with it, and they was gonna try to cause more damage. I don't think that they was satisfied. They was just satisfied with just killing Dog. Since conspiracy closely involved documentaries and music projects. Well, y'all know they want a Key Glock out the way. Mm-hmm. It's definitely interesting. Um, I don't know, y'all. I think it's gonna be a big bang, and I think you get to thinking about a lot of this stuff, and it's so. At first, I didn't want to believe it in the beginning. Y'all know how I was like, um, I was just talking about how MPD, like I was like, it ain't no corruption in MPD, and no, I don't think this would have. No, they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't do that. But it's a lot that I learned, and you know, And I think some of these people feel like that they have been spared, or they've been safe because of some of these people with rank. You know, I sincerely believe at this point, um, and it was just based on a conversation that someone had with me today that actually still works over there. And I just believe that Barnett's case um, was purposely not solved up until this point. I really do. I really do. I think it was purposely not. You got folks over there now that's probably, you think about some of these women that have sisters and stuff that work over there with MPD, and they call and try and get information, and um, they shouldn't even be calling other bureaus. But you think about I'll just say, let's just say a major or a colonel, okay, from another area calls missing persons, and is and they give them, and then the sergeant is, he doesn't want to be insubordinate, so he might give that colonel some information. And I, I that colonel, you know, has ties to um, people that did this to him, right? So um, I think that is why it's just really good that the federal entities are involved, and hopefully any and everybody that has blocked justice, hopefully they'll be prosecuted, and I believe that they will be prosecuted. Um, I believe that the officers will be prosecuted, whoever they are. As far I know, a lot of people go, they did the same thing with Juke. I don't necessarily believe that they, people say, well, Juke wasn't arrested. I believe that there was a reason for Juke not being arrested now. As far as Dolph case, when the feds got, because the feds was working really closely with them or whatever, I think it was real hard to do as much corruption. But the feds just got involved with Howard's case. Just got involved with Howard's case. So I think justice has been blocked for Howard up until now, and I hope um, that whoever these officers are, I hope they're prosecuted to the fullest. It said Juke wasn't arrested, was a donation from the real number two at CMG, aka Rock Nation. They so gonna get Virginia. I got 1,000 on it. Mm, well, I don't know. I think Virginia has been off of the force now for a real long time. She's been off for a real long time. So, but I mean that means nothing. Was she already retired when did she retire? I think she took an early retirement. Thank you for the jewels. He says, yeah, but she been around since Abe Collins' day. Who you think was Hot's handler and the middle person? Justice for Dow. Not only Virginia, there are more within MP. Yeah, there's more that's still there right now. There's some that's there right now. Um, that has, from my understanding, been blocking justice. So I don't want to say too much about that, but I, at this point, this is how I feel, and y'all know I had, um, and I think that's why Howard's case is moving. Well, well, it's moving because it's in the hands of the feds now. But um, yeah, you think about notes and documentation down through the years that had hindered this young man's investigation. There was an investigator that had, for some reason, put that he was on the run. Why would he do that? Because he knew that any other sorry investigator that came along, they don't want to work the cases anyways. So they're gonna, oh, okay, he's on the run. We're not gonna even bother to do anything as it relates to that. And that is what has been happening um, until now. Thank God. But it had to be something that moved them. What's up? It had to be something. I don't know what happened as it relates to do why Howard's case is moving now, but something is happening. And um, see, it can't just be hearsay. Like me, like you or I can't call in and say, I believe this, I believe that, and this and that. Um, it has to be someone that was around the people that did this to him, and they're talking. That's normally how it always is. That's how it works. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Justice for Dolph. I think that had a lot to do with it too. Because once I guess when I guess when people start going and looking over stuff, and I don't know, they just dropped the ball for a long time. And um it's sad when you got civilians that um do better work than them, that go and do the research, because that's all that it basically is. So it's sad when the same thing that Justice for Dolph did, they could have easily did a long time ago. Their resources, they have longer, resources and everything, right? Instead, they asked to see a video that Justice for Dolph did. You see what I was like? It's just it's really weird, but instead of they could have did the research 8 9 years ago. And but I get to thinking about sometimes it just takes different eyes and minds, you know, instead of laziness, because each and every time somebody is assigned to like missing persons, I mean, they get ready to retire, so they just lazy anyways. And so you open up a folder and you start going over it. Oh, okay, well, they say he on the run, so you just kind of put that to the side. What investigator? Because they said it's been. The guy told me there has been 22 investigators on that case. 22 different investigators, and you trying to tell me with in 9 years? Because I told you missing persons is a revolving door. Officers go over there when they get ready to retire. It's great. They look at it as being gravy, and none of them bothered to look into anything. They just read the notes. All they say he's on the run and do nothing. So um he says a lazy cop is a crooked cop. Yet that's true. I agree. They could have asked the FBI to get involved a long time ago, because even if a case is not federal, the local agencies can go to the FBI and ask them to help them with a case, and they will get involved. They'll get involved. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see when everything comes out what is what. Hmm. So, but as far as Cornelius, yeah, you would think that would have been like the first thing. That would have been like the first thing that they would have done. Um, Immediately, they must have pulled his text messages, because remember his brother. I guess they must have got his text messages, because his brother. Remember, his brother says that he was texting the girl. That's got to be the only way they knew that what the conversation was. Did Straight Drop get his appeal? Well, the first appellate court denied it, but I think he's since gone to the Supreme Court. I think now he's gone through the Supreme Court. know, that's really weird, isn't it? That Fox and all, they might not even know he's, as far as they're concerned, it's resolved. They might not even know he's still going to court. And don't forget, some people around the situation not only got MPD ties, it goes all the way up to years of collaboration with FBI and DEA. Mm. Yep. Desmond Rogers, was he the one that was sitting on his porch? Um, what did people, they said that neighbors or whatever, or people said, whoever said, I don't know if it was neighbors or not. It could have been people riding by. What they say, just an arm came out the window. An arm came out the window and shot him. Ain't that something? He was sitting on the porch. Why was he sitting on the porch? Did somebody tell him to come outside? Was he sitting on the porch because somebody told him to come out? I bet you they ain't trying to solve that one either. Yep, I bet you they're not trying to solve that one. Lord, this is terrible. Um, he says this case pisses me off. CMG knowingly and openly paying for lawyers, and there's no RICO. They definitely knowingly paying for lawyers. That's for sure. And paying for families of hitmen to live. They tried to put it all on Juke, but Juke is no longer here. Somebody's still paying for this stuff. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Pay for the hit, the lawyers, and the well-being. Yep, absolutely. Still doing it right now to this day. That's what's so sad about it. Still doing it. He says, what world is that not a Rico? Hmm. Yeah, hit the like button for me. I don't know why I'm so wired up tonight. I'm sorry, but I'm wired up. I think I just because going to school and stuff. I was going to sleep so early, and I've been going since I got home though. Yeah, it did backfire. His plan for Pooh did backfire on him. Hmm. It did backfire on him. He gonna have a lot of pressure on Glorilla because. So let me ask y'all something. The Moneybag song that he put out, did it do really well? Like, did it do as well as it should have? No, it didn't. I didn't think it did because you don't even hear people talking about it. Like, I didn't even think it really got a buzz like that. You don't hear people talking about it. Like, Finesse put out a song and kind of overshadowed the song. He says, I think he losing stream. People talk about him more for the shenanigans than with Ari. I think Ari probably got more um going on the internet than him. I agree. He definitely signed himself up for it. Yep, he definitely signed himself up for it. Like I said, they're gonna be working Glorilla hard, cause she all they got really. Is Boogie signed to CMG? Is he signed to him? He got ESTG, but you don't really hear people talk about ESTG. What about the other boy, Mozzie? Is Mozzie still signed to him? Is Mozzie still signed to CMG? Okay, he's not. Mozzie was from out of California, right? Well, he kind of does Mozzie even do he still put out music? Okay. ESTG still signed to him, right? And the other little boy, the little short boy from up out of Detroit. Now I like that song that the little short boy got with Cash Doll. No, he said he do still rap. Let's see. It's ESTG. You got 42 Doug. That's his name. Child, all them rappers like reheating McDonald's fries. They ain't hidden. Lord have mercy. He remind you of Jerry. I believe you're right. Hmm. We're just on here chilling tonight. It's like an open chat. We could talk about anything. Right now we're talking about why Cornelius he go to court tomorrow. He says finesse and Pooh better than anybody on CMG. Yeah, I agree. You know what? They say that straight drop does straight drop and Pooh Shiesty sound alike. They said straight drop try to sound like Pooh Shiesty. But I don't know. I don't think straight drop got the same flow as Pooh Shiesty. Yeah, I don't think straight drop got the same flow as says open conversation. We need that full discovery pack. He says drop is a $5 Pooh Shiesty. A $5 Pooh Shiesty. So do y'all think Pooh Shiesty? Y'all think Pooh Shiesty gonna be able to get out on this? Y'all think? I don't think so because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Gucci and them is going to them dudes would is gonna tell. They already have told. So Maybe they won't show up for court. Yeah, you can call in. Let me hold on. Let me find my phone first. Hold on. Yeah, I ain't gonna even tell no story. I sat here and took a couple braids out, and out of all the places to take the braids out, I I took them out, and I took a couple out in the front, but I always like to take my own front braids out. Nobody else can do that because I don't need nobody pulling at my hair around my edges. I don't know where my phone at. All them damn phones I got. Hold on, y'all. Oh, here they go. Right here in my face. Here, you could call in. Call my phone. I could put the number up, but you can call my phone. Did I see Cypress in here tonight? Cypress probably sleep. Y'all know he goes to sleep around this time of the night. He just like an old man. What's up, Hitter? Nothing much. I don't know. I guess I'm tweaking.
Tweaking.
I guess I'm tweaking because I normally be asleep.
Yeah, I was surprised to see y'all in.
I know what happened. I've been up cleaning up and stuff, and I still got some chicken on. That's gonna be dinner for tomorrow. Because I was
Mm-hmm.
like, dog, I haven't eaten anything, so I put on some chicken, and I was cleaning up the kitchen and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's kind of got me wired up.
Mm-hmm. I can believe it. Man, listen, this this shiesty situation, you gotta watch it real close because it's higher ups involved with this. I hate to use the word higher ups, but I told y'all, shiesty as an artist, the same level is Dirk. And when he came back, he was gonna carry the same amount of weight. Well, he came back and he pissed down his leg, basically. Um, but what I will tell you is that the number one hip hop album in America right now. And on next week, All Eyes on Shiesty will debut at number 9 on the Billboard 200. That's Whitney Houston type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Atlantic Records don't want to let that go now. No. Shiesty and them dropped that album, Gucci Mane, then reposted or nothing. I think Shiesty family is working with Atlantic Records, and something is going. I'm not saying he's gonna run free. He's not gonna walk. But instead of doing 25, he may do 10. It's gonna be something crazy. I'm telling you. Because that's too much money to be sitting behind bars.
But doing 10 years though, that's still risky because people been moved on.
Yeah, they've been moved on. But I mean, the way Shiesty got it right now, Shiesty would drop. Oh, Shiesty would drop music from behind bars. Like, for real. He'll drop music from behind bars. I'm telling you. I think he got some big wigs working to his benefit to make sure that he don't get, just a crazy, outrageous sentence. I don't know what Gucci's stance is, but yeah, this is one to be looking at right here.
You know what? I don't really think Gucci really, if he beat it, I don't think Gucci cares. Whether he beat it or not. I don't think he would be opposed to him getting out. You know why? I think all Gucci really cared about was making sure that contract wasn't valid. That's it.
I feel you.
So if he was to get out, if he was to get out, get a few years, I don't think he would oppose it. I don't. Because I think he's still gonna make money off of Shiesty now. If I was Gucci, I would go and cut him loose because if he get out, Shiesty is institutionalized. They'll find a slicker way, a day in their minds to try to do something to him.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, Gucci still make money off Shiesty. He's just like, I don't know if he got a gag order or he just choosing not to speak. But it's a whole lot of money involved.
And they getting it. They getting the money right now. I bet you Shiesty ain't getting a lot of that money that he making.
Right. But I feel like Atlantic gonna work it out to where he get a better cut than what he been getting. That's real.
Well, I think that what Hernandez Govan said the issue was Atlanta gave him a deal and he wanted to cut Gucci out, right?
Well, he wanted off of Gucci label altogether from the time he came on. He would have still worked with Atlantic, but he didn't want nothing to do with Gucci Mane, period. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. And you got Lil Durk starting. We got the next his trial. And them folks that went and got Lil Durk phone from when they did that. Somebody did a home invasion on him in India back in like 21.
They didn't want to print it out. They didn't want to print it out all the stuff.
Yeah.
If they don't get him, it won't be because they didn't try. They trying everything.
Yeah, they doing everything, even something wrong. Yeah. They doing all the underhanded tricks for you. That's gonna be an interesting one to see as well.
Yeah, because I think Mama Doug laying in the cut. I think she might already have filed a civil suit against him.
Yeah.
I don't know. He got everybody turned on him. So I guess the only ace in the hole he would have with that is for his defense attorney to argue that they lied on him for a deal.
It's sad. It's sad. I set up here earlier today and I watched some of the old dirt videos, and everybody that ain't dead, you know, they all crowded around dirt, and all of them tell
Every one of them turn on, even the closest one to him. When who was it, Vonnie?
Yeah, Vonnie the main one I'm talking about. Yeah, Vonnie the main one I'm talking about.
That means they didn't like Dirk the whole time.
No, it was a money grab, you know. No. Dirk used to dangle money out in front of folks to get his bidding done, you know. So, yeah.
Well, because they say a lot of some of them dudes that's telling on him, he bought houses and stuff for or cars.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was super generous. He was super generous. But yeah, they finna try to bring the house down.
Well,
they finna try to bring that.
When does Shiesty go to trial? They're gonna try to push it out to next year.
I think so, February, I believe.
I'd be surprised if it happened then. We probably won't have a trial until next September. You heard them say Jaquette's supposed to go to trial in December.
Mm-hmm. Courts don't even work in December.
Right, that's weird. I've never known any trials to go on in December.
Right.
Because all the judges be taking off all the time.
Exactly. So I feel like either he gonna take a plea or they gonna push a date.
Well, Mr. Ian said he's gonna take a plea. I tend to believe that, but why not just go and take the plea right now?
Yeah. Get it over with. Get it over with. Mm-hmm. Crazy work.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy work. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing: all these men did this to themselves.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, just being overzealous and, you know, feeling like you rule the world. I mean, as far as Dirk goes, that's all he felt like he had the world under his fist. And, you know, Govan is an interesting subject because he went from a normal person to a celebrity. So you're still messing with everyday people. And you using your celebrity status and your quote unquote street cred to terrorize people. But they were gonna get you gone. You should have known they were gonna get you gone.
Yeah. I don't know. I believe somebody told him, you done beat the charges. You can be bold and brazen about it now.
Right.
And remember, like, he started doing it.
Yeah, he was right on the cusp of doing it. He was right on the cusp of doing it.
Justice Ferdowsi says he's going to be out in a year or two. Govan, well, they probably, if you work out something, give him 2.5 years. Hey, J Rail.
J Rail, what's up, bro? Yeah. Well, either way it go, this internet don't stop moving.
No, it don't.
It don't take you no time to fall out of it.
Because they done move right on along. I think a lot of people, except for us, forgot about Quet.
Oh.
But you know what's weird? Yeah. I ain't heard Charleston White speak on it.
Yeah, you're not going to speak on it. You're not going to speak on it. Charleston White used that name. You know, all this back and forth behind Dewberry, and Dewberry betraying him. And Govan was Dewberry's replacement.
Oh. So Dewberry was like security to him?
Now, Dewberry, real street nigga for West Dallas, Texas. And with a real rep. And he grew up with Charleston, so he protected Charleston with it. Like, you know. But when, you know, Charleston was starting to see that real money, you know, there was a divide between them. And so Dewberry went his own way. Well, I mean, now you done brought Govan in the circle. That's replacing that muscle right there. He got the reputation. You know what I'm saying? He done beat a murder charge where everybody know he's guilty. He's saying, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It's wild. It's wild. No, he's not gonna speak on Govan. Only way you can speak on Govan, Govan get out there, they work something out, you come back, sitting up under Charleston and driving cars and going in and getting Tropicana and blunt wraps for him.
It said, Switch B said Dewberry said Charleston was putting his life in danger.
Yeah. Every day. Every day. Every day.
What you think about that situation down there in Houston?
With him and Candace Matthews?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think nothing does it. Candace Matthews ain't set that man up. It basically was a situation where he saw an opportunity to go viral, and that's what he did. That's what he always did. That's what he always did. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think you got to be careful. Remember Missy Maya from out of New Orleans?
Yeah.
Remember what happened to him?
What happened to him?
They shot him and killed him. The funny thing is, it was obvious he liked men, but he was at his baby shower. He had gotten the girl pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Read that comment from.
It says here, how do Charleston White keep getting out of jail when he get caught with a gun and he on probation?
That's a good question. He ain't. I mean, he claimed that he working with them people, but they constantly arresting him. If he working with the law, he ain't working with the law in Texas. Because every time they touch down on him, they bring him in. You know. So he bonded out. He still got to go back to court. And then he had 2 zips on him. You know, under Texas regulation, 2 zips is the maximum that you're allowed to have on without, you know what I'm saying, crossing that line.
They said here that ain't. This like the second time he got caught with the gun, though.
Yeah, it's probably the third.
I mean, that's supposed to be federal.
Right. Absolutely. Nah, it's probably the third. You know, because when you get him, you don't get him with weapons.
I ain't gonna tell no stories. I think he was a little scared of Jay Prince Sr.
Of course. Did you see the video when him and Hellcat were leaving the little party? He was telling them, blow every light, nigga left, and get on the freeway. I ain't scared of hell, man.
A lot of people thought that was a play, but no, I think he was a little scared.
No, it was a play on his end, but still, that was a live gun round. You know? And you don't go to the nickel. You don't go to the nickel plant with Jay Prince. That's just something you don't do. And then the establishment that y'all in is owned by his niece. Come on, man. Yeah. Pretty scared as hell. Blow the light. No. Yeah, blow the light. Blow the light. Do not stop. Oh, I know you was scared of it. You don't learn. You don't learn how to play with them people, man.
I'm here, Hannah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's sad, man. But you gotta live like that to make a living. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in close proximity, whether they friend or foe, telling you that what he done basically sold his soul to the Rosses. Aiden Ross, man.
You know what I was wondering? Since Govan says that, you know, him and Charleston had gotten so close, I wonder if Govan would have went up against Jay Prince.
It's a good question.
Because he said an enemy of Charleston White is an enemy of his. I wonder if he would have went up against Jay Prince.
I don't think so.
I don't believe he would have.
That's a little bit too much dip on his chip. And one thing about Charleston, he don't like his friends to have more dip on their chip than he got on his. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I said they don't like Jay Prince or Charleston. I don't know. I think Jay Prince gonna end up going down. I think his son him trying to defend Junior. It took the mysteriousness away. He started talking a lot. Now you see him a lot more. It took that. That takeoff situation. I don't think they're gonna recover from that. And the more you watch them, they don't seem affected by what they did to him.
No, but I'm gonna tell you this. You know, people in Denmark and Alaska, Manhattan, and Delaware, and Florida might say, "Man, niggas is clowns, mob ties in the Prince family." You go into Harris County with that same sentiment. They didn't have a grip on that city for over 35 years. They don't play when it comes to mob ties. Or should I say, Rap-A-Lot Records, I would say.
I thought a new governor and a new mayor. I thought it would change, but the only thing the new mayor did was fire the police chief. Sylvester Turner, he should have. I mean, he definitely owned him.
Yeah.
That last mayor, that black guy.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be all of his campaigns. I'm sure he gave the most money. His fundraisers.
Yep. But no, you saying it wrong. You gotta drag it. Play it slow. Oh yeah. You know, coming down here to Houston, Texas, on Rap-A-Lot Records.
Hey, Rage Against the Machine.
Hey, man. Jay Prince, he don't talk fast. And he's 5'3".
He 5'3"? Yeah, that's my height.
Jay Prince 5'3", 5'4".
He's short.
Yeah, that's why they call him Lil J. But you should call him Lil J when you were young.
Well, Charleston White ain't beefing with him no more, is it?
Nah, it's weekly stuff to fill up the alcohol. You know, remember this? Young thug, you going to jail. You ain't about to put me in the mail. All of that's gone.
I think he said something about Woody's child today. He needs to quit doing stuff like that.
Yeah, he really do. He really do.
Don't he know he mingling with them spirits? He got children. He don't need to do that.
No. No, it's sad.
You couldn't pay me to do that.
No, people do anything on the internet. Anything. Here you is around here pushing 50, weighing 128 pounds, and talking like you King Kong.
I get to thinking about the cousin pastor, how, you know, he did things for shock value, but when people were sick, he would talk about them so bad. And look at how he went out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God bless.
So you have to be very careful.
Absolutely.
About what come out of your mouth, because you can conjure up some stuff.
Right. Absolutely. But brothers don't care. He don't care. He's gonna get the money while the business is good.
And that's all it's about. But I don't think he wanted no beef with Jay Prince Sr. When Jay Prince put that statement out, he basically was putting a threat out there. And he didn't care. He was mad. He have to be mad.
Yeah, he was mad.
He said y'all gonna get drafted.
Mm-hmm. Campaigning.
That's when Charleston started saying, I'm a troll. He tried to take it back to I'm just being silly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not with that one.
No, not with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you somebody that has sat down though. It seemed like Junior has sat down, haven't he?
Yeah. But Junior really, he ain't really been out front like that. He always been behind the scenes. It's finesse 2 times to keep calling it out. And then the situation with Ben 10 and All-Star JR, but for the most part, he always been behind the scenes.
Finesse don't never say nothing about Jay Prince Sr., do we?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that.
He don't.
He don't never say nothing. He might say the old man sometimes, but he don't say nothing bad about him.
Yeah. I don't want to sit down. I don't want no baked potatoes, no shrimp. I don't want to eat no shrimp. Yeah.
I guess that's what they gave him before, to give him to sign his life away.
Yeah. But that's what they do. They come and then they, do the smooth talking, and it's gonna be all right, bro. We're gonna work a couple of things out in your favor, and we'll get a couple of points your way, and we'll be dropping that out pretty soon. Meanwhile, you got your belly full. It sounds good. Now he's to the point where he don't even want to talk no more.
I don't know why. I'm sorry for eating in your ear, but I had not really eaten today. I don't know why he think he would do better with Gotti. Don't he know that they're one of the same?
He grew up with another guy.
I think Gotti put Moneybagg up on game on how to get him.
I can't say one way or the other.
Oh, they definitely knew. Like, he says that he ain't signed to Moneybagg, but Moneybagg say he is. I don't think Finesse. I don't believe he know who gets his money.
Nah, he's not signed to Moneybagg.
Really? I wonder why Moneybagg found your boss.
Yeah, because at one time he was. He said, I signed you. Yeah. But after so long, after he got out of prison, you remember, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You remember Finesse went on Wicked, did an interview with Wicked. So he not Bread Gang no more. So the paperwork had been ripped up. Our money back, yeah.
Mm. It's ripped up, but is he still what was in the clause? Like, will he always get a 10% cut? Like, Finesse probably don't even know that. He don't know.
He probably don't. He probably don't.
But one thing about Finesse is talented. I mean, because Moneybagg put out that song and then Finesse dropped the song and it totally overshadowed him.
Mm-hmm. And then Pooh Shiesty dropped Last Motherfucking Breathing and overshadowed both of them.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Finesse really wanted her because you know what? When they show Finesse rapping in clubs, he get a few little gigs. I mean, it'd be terrible.
Yeah, they do. They do. But you gotta pay that. You gotta pay that up front, and then you gotta get that back in. And you do enough of them clubs, it add up. And then the whole time, you doing Twitch, you doing Kick, you got YouTube channels. Like, he getting it. He could definitely get it for a person that have been blackballed from the industry. He didn't really figured his way out. He got his sea legs about himself.
Yeah, because how much you think? I get to thinking about he got some good numbers on YouTube and on Twitch. He probably getting he might be getting a 5-piece check, $5,000 check every month.
Man, that man bringing in close to $100,000 a month.
You think so?
Close? Yes. Cause it gonna cost five to 10 to get him into them pulled up hole in the walls. Come on down here to the Golden Nugget in Saraland, Alabama. All the bad bitches, real niggas pull up. Yeah. You do 3 of them a weekend. Come on now. And then when you ain't performing, you on Twitch playing the game. And when you ain't playing the game, you on Kick doing the behind the scenes of the video. You getting paid from all of these.
Now, what was Sugar talking about? They building houses on a game. What is that?
They building houses on the game?
Yeah, remember when he was mad at her? She said,
"Oh yeah.
How do you build houses on the game?"
It's role playing. It's role playing. So if you get down with a little organization, they give you like so much money, guns, and you know what I'm saying, on GTA. And they built you a house or whatever. And she was, you know what I'm saying, she basically was doing a transaction with one of the people that played the game in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
While he was woofing. And he like, you the reason I'm on here going crazy, and you over here talking about some houses on GTA. Yeah.
He was disturbed about her talking to that guy. He didn't like that.
Yeah, they make money on that GTA RP as well. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay a certain amount to get into Discord. Detroit rapper T Grizzly basically blew that up back in 2017, 2018. So yeah, not all the rappers, well, not all of them, but a lot of the rappers they do their own, like paper route. They got an RP. And when you log on, it's a Grand Theft Auto game, but instead of it being in California or Miami somewhere, it's dead in South Memphis.
Oh,
You know what I'm
wow.
saying? Yeah, all of the landmarks and Dolphinland. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
So
tell
like
you.
on finesse, yeah. So like on finesse, you get you they be setting up shop over in East Memphis. They got a Dixie Queen on the game. You know, they put a lot of work in. They put a lot of work in.
Just what Dow says, talking about GTA, get you a PlayStation stream clip GTA 6 in November. That's gonna make people rich.
I'm on it.
Is GTA is that the auto theft task force or whatever?
GTA.
Is that the auto thing? What?
Grand Theft Auto, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
I tell you. So what does GTA stand for? Grand Theft Auto, right? Yeah. Okay. GTA done messed up a lot of kids. I ain't gonna tell no story.
I think real talk. GTA and Call of Duty. There wasn't no such thing as calling your enemy an op until Call of Duty came out. That's where the word op comes.
Because that's what they already said in the army, and it's weird that they started. So that's where they got it from. Because these thugs ain't going to the army because they too scared to do that. They rather stay on the street and kill everybody. They do good in the army. I mean, that's where they need to be at. And then there's I'm not going to war to fight for this country, but they'll kill everybody on their street.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you hear some of these folks talking about some pop out. You play Call of Duty, pop out. Oh, crazy.
Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm glad I ain't into that because I be seeing my nephew. He be playing the game. He be talking. You could talk to the folks in the game. You don't know who these people are.
No, you don't. Yeah, that's how that singer David met the little girl and ended up butchering her.
I wonder how did they go there? What caused them to do that? Was they already planning to do that to that girl?
I think she was threatening to break her silence. She was number like 13. Yeah. Yeah.
Switch B said you should hear them cussing you should hear them cussing and carrying on through the game. They be cussing. They be saying some terrible stuff.
Little 8-year-old boys in Wilmington, Delaware, all up in Idaho, cussing.
Oh my goodness. My sister said she heard my nephew because she said it shocked me. My nephew is such a good child. He just turned 9 years old, and she said that one of the little boys through the game said something about her, and he said, "Don't talk about my mama, stupid ass." And she said it took my breath away. She said I could not believe I heard my baby cuss her. She said I had to take that game for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't all experience it. My boy playing NBA. My boy playing a basketball game, and I just so happened to be coming down the hallway, and I hear him and man, shut your PA up. I'm like, hold up. I grabbed their headset. I said, hey, what's that?
And what's so scary is they don't even be knowing who them folks is they be on that line with.
They don't be knowing. I was glad when my boy finally started, playing the game with his classmates, at some point, and they be playing with folks all over the country. I'll be trying to send them stuff, direct message to, you know what I'm saying, kind of take the innocence of stuff. It's wild. It's wild. Folks saying they 14, really they 35.
Yeah, the pedos love it.
They love it. They love it.
They get to be in the midst of some children.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Ooh.
I used to like to play that game with my nephew, but when I was playing it with him, he was younger, and I don't think they wasn't talking through the game at that time. I don't think because he would play, I would play one, and then Chop was the dog. They still got Chop.
I don't know what you talking about.
Chop was the dog. Chop was the guy dog. I forget. It used to be a black one and a white one. They was terrible too. They was shooting the folks. I mean, it was just so it was so real. Like to see the people in the street when they was coming out, the women would be running. It just seemed so real.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And the whole time you getting desensitized to it,
That's exactly what I think. That's why these folks are so barbaric now. They desensitized to everything.
Mm-hmm. You get killed on the game, just respawn back at the polling station and go and do it again.
And that's why they drive crazy like that. Some people can't decipher that that's a game, and they don't want to decipher that it's one.
Mm-hmm. No. Society. Everybody ain't gonna go do nothing crazy, but a few people will.
That's true. He says games like Civilization are only thing that is normal and can learn something from it. I bet you that a lot of them don't like those games. What they need to do, I have an idea. I know somebody gonna steal my idea. What they need to do is they need to make games like slavery games where do something educational like Harriet Tubman. Think of a strategy on how to free the slaves. She go back to the cabins and steal the slaves. Think of a strategy and they survive the woods. Hey, that's a good one, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Never come out.
It's too educational.
God, everybody be trying to be that time. Everybody try to escape. They trying to do a revolt against the master. It'll never come out, but that'll be dope.
Yeah, get them some critical thinking and all that.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, AI going crazy.
Yeah.
It's going crazy.
Yeah, AI going crazy. It really is. And it's kind of scary. Because now they can take your voice. You say one thing, they got your voice.
Right.
and can duplicate it.
Mm-hmm. Surely can.
Now, I think that should be illegal.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. It shouldn't even be able to be done on a platform. I don't know. So I'm gonna end it with this one right here. I was watching another blogger tonight, little skinny blog out of Texas, and basically he had Mo3's manager Rainwater on the panel. Rainwater was out in California at Empire Studios. Visiting with guys and whatnot. He had his tuxedo on and everything. And he went into the lobby at the hotel that he was in. And he called the guy over and said, "Hey, man, let me get some shrimp and some fries, and I think that'll be it." So what's your room number? They're like, "I'm paying with card." And they said, "What's the card?" I said, "Empire." I said, "Empire?" "Yes, Empire. Put it on Mo3 account."
What?
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. I said, wow.
Lord have mercy.
Wow. If you had seen it in real time, it was so mind blowing. Oh man. I said, put it on Mo3 account. I'm talking about, and the whole chat was just like, "Are you serious? Hey, you all the way out there in the Bay Area." Saw hair lined up, nice tuxedo on, 5-star hotel. Everybody couldn't get a shrimp basket and French fries without putting it on Mo3 account.
Lord have mercy.
I gotta go clip that.
Did they ever take care of Mo3's mama? Because the way he talked, he didn't.
No, they didn't.
How did he end up getting all the access to Mo3 stuff?
Well, Mo3 mama and her son Corey brought Rainwater in on the estate when Mo3 mama was over the estate. Mo3 mama was using some of the funds from the estate to like bail Corey out of jail and do certain other things. Nothing illegal or nothing, no excessive spending or nothing. But the children's mothers got together and got a lawyer and ended up throwing her off the estate. And so as it leaves down, as the 3 baby mothers and Rainwater, he worked for them.
He works for Empire.
Yeah, he worked for Empire, but he also worked for the estate.
And she hired him. Can't she take him out? He fixed that paperwork where she can't fire him.
After she got thrown off the estate, she didn't have no more power.
Oh, they threw her off.
Yeah. For misappropriation of funds, they say every time something happened with her son Corey, she digging in the pot, going to get him out of trouble, getting him lawyers and stuff. They didn't like that. Yeah, that's a crazy situation. Yeah. And Rainwater just, been out here like a bulldog. If anybody got any old music or Mo3s, he trying to get it. There's a producer named DJ Drop that produced probably 80% of Mo3 music before he died. And he had hundreds of Mo3 songs. And Rainwater came for him. Took him to court and so made him give up every piece of anything that he had from Mo3. Had him put it on a thumb drive and sent it to the estate. Rainwater, boy, I'm telling you, he's something serious.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
He's trying to take assets and property from Yellow Beezy right now.
I was going to say, I saw that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yellow Beezy ain't pay that $350,000 settlement. Crazy word.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see, I'm finna hop down.
Okay.
All right, y'all take care.
I appreciate you coming up.
No problem. Y'all, it was my pleasure.
All right, talk to you later. Shout out to the Alabama hitter. I'm glad that he called in tonight. Yeah, I'm happy that he called in tonight. Because he knows the Mo3. Thank you for the jewels, Will Chill. Estate is cool, but pre is a big issue. Yeah, hit that like button. We're just chopping it up. I can't believe I'm up at 1:36 in the morning. And it's 63 people on here. I ain't the only weirdo that's up. How is Hitter doing? He's doing. I get a feeling the people that's on here now are the ones that work overnight. I'm so glad I baked my chicken. I think tomorrow I'm going to make some yams with it. It says it's about 20 Trula Mafia affiliates in the You think them Trula Mafia guys have been on my page? Get Money says, how do we start to fix and heal our Black community? How do we save our youth and prepare them for the future? Well, it has to start. It starts within the home. It starts within the home because we could put a lot of programs and stuff in the communities, and they can go to counseling and all of that. But when they get back home, whatever they learn, they're gonna lose if they, if it's some real bad issues going on at home. So I've always said this: it has to start within the home. A lot of people might not want to hear this, but parents are gonna have to start making um, better decisions than what they've been making. Stop doing any and everything around your children. Stop leaving your kids with any and everybody. Stop subjecting your kids to everything. Be very meticulous about who you have these children with. But when somebody say that, folks feel like you're being judgmental. I think that has been the issue, that people want to keep a pacifier in folks' mouth, right? And so nothing is ever happening that should, because, well, I don't want to say this, they're gonna say I'm judgmental, or this and that, and people kind of sugarcoat and stuff. No, whatever happened to teaching these young ladies to be married before they have children? Get you a good husband that can provide. you know to the men, teaching them about what a lady is. Instead, what they do is they want to try to teach them to be disrespectful to all women. But no, they need somebody to teach them about uh, what a lady is and how you're supposed to treat a lady. That is longevity to a marriage and a relationship. Because if you mistreat somebody, it's not gonna last. So I think the basic stuff that our community was taught is not even being taught anymore. The basic stuff is not being taught. And when they go out and commit these crimes, they go out and do certain things. Their parents need to be involved to do some type of disciplinary action. My friend that works for the police department says that MPD had this football team, and so the MPD officers were the coaches, and that was a way of them, giving back to the community. He says that he stopped doing it. He says, you know why? He said because if you supposed to reward a person for when they win, right? You reward them. If you win, the winner is rewarded. The person that didn't win, it should motivate them. That's how it used to be. It would motivate them to work harder so that they could be the winner the next time. He says, but what has happened is the reason why a lot of these kids feel entitled. If one person wins, okay, it traumatizes the other child, gets so angry. They got to be taught how to deal with their emotions. They get so angry, they start crying, they start kicking a fit. Well, they said, well, we just gonna reward everybody. So kids, there's no reward in being a winner. If you're gonna reward the losers, there's no reward in being a winner if you're gonna reward the losers too. No, you teach the losers, you just work a little harder, and you could be a winner the next time. So that's why these kids now got this mentality. Ooh, they crying and slobbing, their grades and shit ain't even good, and they being rewarded. Well, I just want little Junebug to know that he is somebody. You need to tear little Junebug ass up and make him get in there and get off that game and get his homework and shit done. Instead, they rewarding and giving them candy because I want him to know I had loved him. People is replacing valuable time and values with things. That's what's going on. Parents, it starts. And listen, I know I was a parent. I worked hard. It's a lot of parents that work hard, but you still you still have to. That's a sacrifice that we have to make. Well, I work hard. I'm tired. No, that's a sacrifice we have to make. We have to do it all. Okay, that's a sacrifice that we make when we choose we choose bad mates, okay, to have these kids with that ain't worth a damn, that ain't gonna be there. Hell, I mean, I could have been mad at my kids' daddies, and I was, but at the end of the day, I made a bad decision. It wasn't just my fault though, because I mean, they didn't have to be no sorry ass motherfuckers. They didn't, but they chose to be. But I still chose wrong. Okay. So I had to blame myself for that too. Okay, because I don't there are double standards. All of the pressure is put on the women. Well, it's the woman's fault. Yeah, it's her fault, but it's his fault too. How come he ain't being taught that even if you don't want to be with the woman, don't go and have a baby with the woman, use a condom, or better yet, don't lay with her. And if you get her pregnant, you need to, even if you don't love her, you need to support your children. That stuff is not being taught in our community. They don't teach the family structure anymore. They promote Black girls and Black women being baby mamas. They don't talk about the family unit and the family structure, with a Black man and a Black woman raising Black children up in a healthy household. That's not taught in our community. It's a darn shame. Like, you have kids and they see their mamas and stuff pregnant every year, but and they don't even know about the birds and they don't know. They don't know that it takes a man and a woman to cohabitate to get pregnant, because they ain't never seen a damn man. All they know is they see their mama pregnant, and the mama coming home with the baby. There ain't no man they ain't never seen no man stay around. So they don't even know that it takes a man and a woman to get pregnant. They ain't seen their daddy, ain't seen their 8 brothers and sisters' daddy nowhere. All they know is their mama belly stay big every year, and then she bring a baby home. That's the truth. People don't like to be real in our community. In order for our community to be better, this stuff is going to have to be talked about. And there has to be some type of reconciliation in our community as it relates to the Black man and the Black woman. We've been taught to hate each other. Okay? And so these men are going to have to learn how to treat women. They feel, I was looking at a guy, I forget his name. He make movies from out of Memphis. He put out a video, and I respected the guy. I was respecting. I was like, he come from the hood, trying to do his thing, trying to make movies. And then he put out a video being totally disrespectful as it relates to women. I'll never ever support nothing that motherfucker got going on, and he ain't gonna go no further than Tubi. Okay? They don't understand. They sitting up mistreating these women. That's the reason why these bitch ass niggas can't get no further, because the woman is the blessed. And these men are so twisted now and so sissified. They're saying, I'm the blessed. You ain't no motherfucking woman. The Bible speaks about that. The woman is your helpmate. She ain't supposed to put you on her back. I'm the head of the household. You can't be the head if she taking care of everything. You's a sissy. That's not being taught in our community. And then they get mad at these women because they don't respect them. No woman is going to love a man that keeps her in survival mode. I can't. I can't love no man that keeps me in survival mode or puts me in survival mode. I do just fine by myself. You think I'm going to carry a big pamper ass man? No. And what's so scary is with Black men, a lot of them, they be comfortable with being taken care of. Some of them. You have a real man, and if he ain't got no job, he lose his job or something like that, that man can't rest. because he understand my role. I'm the protector of my home. I provide for my family. I provide for my woman. Now you got me, I don't take care of no woman. You's a bitch. They sitting up, want to look good to another man. You supposed to be one with your damn woman, and it ain't supposed to be no look to no man, not unless y'all fucking. Excuse my French. But these men are not being taught that. It's messed up in our community. And until these black men learn how to treat these women, they gonna always have bad luck. And so you have a lot of women that are emotionally messed up. That's the reason why they don't want no woman like me. I got high self-esteem. Hell, I'm not taking care of no damn man. I never have. I had a real father that worked, that was a provider. And even to my cousins, I ain't have no brothers. My cousins are hardcore street dudes. I know what street dudes look like. They got money. That's the reason why I know a lot of these dudes on this internet right here that's talk about they street dudes. They not. They sissies. I grew up around real street dudes that got money for real. They took care of their women, and they had several women. They didn't care. They was getting money. They took care of their women. Baby, go get your hair done, get your nails done. Now these sisters sitting up talking about, I want you to get my toes done. I want her to give me some money. Use a sissy. And they wasn't on the internet woofing, and you couldn't get them to be arguing with no damn women. Those are the type of men I grew up around. It made them feel less than a man to be sitting up picking at and arguing with a damn woman. They had to be somewhere getting some money. They wanted to lay up under the women, but they wouldn't get ready to be arguing with no women. But a lot of these women are messed up. They jacked up mentally. Their self-esteem so low. They want a fixer-upper. They don't really want their man to work or nothing because they want to control the situation. They want to control. A lot of women are like that. They might not admit it, but they are. They want him to be in a position where he needs her. If he need me, I'll always be able to control him. I don't even know how you can even, I don't understand that. But it's a lot of women like that. So that's what's going on in our community. Like, people don't have no morals, no values. It's this pastor that be hiring teenagers that have been in and out of trouble to work with him. He has a company where he was over in my studio. The people that own the building that my studio is in, he was over there putting up new lights and stuff in there. That's the type of business he got. And they was in my office, and it was the two dudes. It was two young dudes, and they was working, and I was really proud. I was just really proud that this is a black man that is giving these juveniles that have been issues a opportunity to make some money. And I got to talking to him because y'all know I'm nosy, so I got to talking to him. Then they was from out of South Memphis. I really wanted to got to talking to him then because I was like, I grew up in South Memphis and all of that. So we was having conversations and was talking about the Hispanics. And so then the boys was like, well, I was like, you all can, as you all get older, you watch him and then you can learn about business. You open your business, you open your own business, but you learn a trade because as it stands, we have everybody, all the businesses in the Black community are not owned by Black people. The majority of them, like 90% of the businesses in the Black community are not owned by Black people, 95% of them. I was like, the Koreans were owning the beauty supply stores. Now they're selling them to the Mexicans, the Hispanics. And I'm gonna tell you that Golden Supply House, anybody that's on here from Memphis that knows Whitehaven, okay? There's a beauty supply house called the Golden Beauty Supply House right there in the Whitehaven Plaza. I walked in there one day. It might have been a change a long time ago, probably because I hadn't been in there like over a year. But I walked in there, I was looking at the lady and I was like, dog, her complexion is real. She got a darker complexion. She looked different. And I be wanting to know about other cultures. So I asked her, I said, do you speak Vietnamese? No. I said, Korean? No. Chinese? No. I said, what you speak? Shit. She just kept saying, tell me hell. I'm Hispanic. I said, oh, I was asking you that because you look different. So what's happening is the Hispanics, the Asians are selling the beauty supply stores to the Hispanics and they're buying them up now. Everybody buying up everything except for Black folks, because anytime we get some money, we feel like we're supposed to go buy a Bentley that you can't keep, a big house that you can't afford and can't keep, clothes. Y'all know what? I knew our community was in a bad state. They want to brag about going and paying $1,500 for some Giuseppe's, and you living with a girl that's living on Section 8. That's how twisted we are. They go get Bentleys. You got a house in North Memphis or South Memphis, okay, and you ain't or anywhere is raggedy, and the roof. It's raining. Every time it rains inside the house, and if you sneeze too hard, okay, you subject to fall through the damn floor. But out in the damn driveway, nigga, it's about $75,000 worth of merchandise parked up in that motherfucker. Okay, that's why our community is screwed up. You got $75,000 worth of merchandise parked in your driveway on a vehicle, and the house is raggedy, and the car is you have to at night is parked up next to the bedroom window because the neighborhood is so bad you want to hear it when somebody try to break in it. Our community is screwed up. The car costs more than the house. But you get some rich white people, and I know because I lives around rich white people. I said, Lord, I just be trying to fake it till I make it. Okay, I said, Lord, maybe if I just stay around this energy, I'll get rich one day. Okay. And I see them, they pull in. It's a couple judges that live around here. They pull in, they be in Toyotas. They be in Toyota 4Runners. They be in Toyota Camrys. They be in them cars. They be in those little that federal car that they get, that them Ionics, them Ions. They drive them little bitty cars because they think about want a car, we want a spanking brand new car. They're not going to buy no car with no miles on it. You got folks going and spending $20,000 on a 2007 because it's a Lexus. It's an Acura. And it's got 300,000 miles on it. Y'all, what's wrong with our community? We twisted. It's a lot of twistedness going on in our community. Yeah, you see my car. I took my tax money. You took your tax money, and the girl so dumb. You took hers too, and when it paid when it paid down $10,000 on the 2005 Acura, that you said that it was already pimped out or whatever you call it, and it's got 400,000 miles on it. Instead of taking it and going to buy you a brand new car with no miles on it, okay, that's just a regular car. If you ain't got no money, everybody already know, go to one of the old white folks' yard, okay, and buy you, if they got them cutlasses, get you a cutlass, something that's going, you broke. You can't be rich and try to act rich. You broke. So you go to one of these old white folks' yard and get a cutlass and pay $1,000 for it. And I bet you it done had the oil changes every 6 months. It's got low mileage on it, and it'll last you another 20 years. We got our priorities mixed up. I mean, I know I took the long route around it, but that's just what it is. Our community needs some help. That's what it is. Because folks feel like, going and get back to the boys that was in my office. I know I jumped. But anyways, I was telling them about the Hispanics and stuff. We just going to start robbing them. I said, no, we don't do that. No, you don't rob them and take it. The way that you take the business is that you go and get a trade and you make sure that your business is better. That's absolutely what it is. That they get some, as much money as these girls get for income tax. If they save their income tax, a lot of these girls can do hair. I be looking at some of these girls on the because I be constantly looking for people to do my hair, because I don't be happy with some of the people that be doing my hair. So especially when they're talking about putting this weave and stuff in. So I be looking at Facebook, some of these girls. I'm like, dog, these girls, they do hair so good. They so talented. But guess what? They getting a $15,000 income tax check. They save two of them instead of giving it to that Negro that only come around around Thanksgiving. He start calling, okay, because he already knows she gonna get an advance on that check, on that income tax check in December. He started calling and talking about he wanted a plate. Lil Rufus, she get all happy. Lil Rufus talk about he want a plate, mama. Can Lil Rufus come over get a plate? He do it every year. It ain't dawned on her that he only back around for the income tax. Then come December, he already know December come. She done got an advance on that check. He gonna get a big Christmas gift. And January comes, she gonna have that check, and he gonna get every nickel of it. She gonna buy him a car. She gonna take him out of town, and he gonna take the rest and go back home to his damn wife. I used to make so much money when I was out there in the private sector. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. All of the private investigators, okay, around December, it would always be slow. Okay, except for a couple of wives. They wanted to see if their husbands was going to the side chick house. But all of the private investigators already knew during that time it's going to be slow in December. It's going to be slow in January. It's going to be slow in February. But at the end of February, going into March, it's going to be booming. You know why? Because the last little money that them chicks had left, they was calling private investigators trying to see where the dudes if they had disappeared, where they had disappeared. So they've gone back home to their wives. The wives were involved. Okay. They ain't on it. Go get her check. And it happens every year. What is wrong with these girls? I don't want no man that want money from me. I don't want him. So he done took the money in the check and he gone on back home. And she don't see him no more until or hear from him till November. It happens like that every year. Okay. I mean, after a while, that kind of played out because what these dudes do now is they don't leave no money. They don't have no money to hire private investigators no more because the dudes don't leave them with no money at all. Okay, they get the money, they get the food stamps. It ain't nothing worse to me than being in the grocery store, especially when I go in every time I go in the grocery store. If I buy a loaf of bread, it's $60. It ain't nothing worse to me than a dude in the grocery store with a big basket full of groceries, and then he get his ass up there to the cash register, and then he calling her, baby, what's that PN number? She done gave him the food stamp card to go and get groceries for him and his mammy and all them. And a lot of these women ought to be ashamed of themselves. They tell they no good, raggedy, good for nothing sons. Although they're women, they such garbage. They tell them how to go use somebody weak-minded daughter. Rufus' mama wants some food stamps. She asked me if I can get her a little bit. I don't mean no harm. I'm a good-hearted person. If Rufus' mammy hungry, if I got enough, she can have some. But she ain't getting none of my food stamps. And you got kids. You supposed to give her some soup. If she that hungry, she'll take it. Offer her a plate, but she don't get your card. Rufus and the mama using them. That's why I said it's got to be it's just got to be some type of reconstruction as it relates to our community, because the men now want to be the women, and the women have taken on the role of being the man. The men complain about the women wanting to be the man, but they ain't complaining what they pissing shit asses about the women taking care of them because they wants to be little girls. Somebody got to tell them. I don't know who asked me that question. I know that's more than what they bargained for. They done got me started. I was great. That woke me up. I was great to make some coffee. I'm woke. I'll be dozing off. Auntie will be dozing off in a little while, but I'm woke right now. I don't know why I'm up this late. I don't never be up this late. The only thing I can say is God got me up. Okay. God got me up, and I got my motherfucking weapon right next to me because I keep sitting next to me. Okay, because these folks get around here, get scared. She's talking about Howard Barnett. That's a done deal. Somebody else is telling what happened to Howard Barnett. That's why the feds got it. You motherfuckers don't need to fuck with me. Because that shit was already out. You motherfuckers should have been got. You just keep looking because they coming. That's what I can tell you. And it ain't got a damn thing to do with me. It's got something to do with whoever knew what you bitches did to Howard. Okay? I was telling my mom, I was like, I have such a spirit, but I worked for the police department forever. And I have such a spirit, like it seemed like ever since they told me about that, recently, about what's going on with Howard, it seemed like to me I've been waking up in the middle of the night too, thinking about it. I was cleaning up earlier today. I was thinking about it. It's almost it's probably in the back of, like, on my subconscious mind. What you sitting on, Justice for Dog? He said, I'm sleeping like a baby, not knowing nobody or Howard. But I got one interesting confession I'm sitting on. Kawana, I think they already I think it's already something going on. I don't think they're getting close. I think I think they got something promising. And so when I say I don't think they're getting close, I think it's a done deal. From my understanding. That's right. Pouring Rufus and mom to the food bank. And that's what these girls got to do. Stop letting these folks use them. Men come into women's lives, the ones that they really want and like, they try to make their lives better. They start lifting. I used to talk to this guy, and I was too young to realize that he was a good man. I didn't even want him. I didn't want him though, but I liked him, but I didn't want him. I remember like when I had gotten like my second apartment, I had moved out east off of Riverdale. Those apartments, the projects now. I had moved out east. I didn't have anything because all of my when I left my first apartment when I was don't get me started talking about that. But anyways, I needed some beds and some more stuff. And I was talking to this guy, and he was like, I was like 31 and he was like 42. And so he was like, he came in, and he was like, well, you gotta come in. He was like, and that's the thing about men. When they see there's a need, they're gonna try to help. He was like, oh, okay, you don't have. I was like, yeah, I don't really. The girls ain't got no beds. And he was like, okay, well, we'll go down on 3rd Street. There was this place that sold mattresses on 3rd Street. They was brand new mattresses. Okay, because they was brand new. And he was like, we'll go down on 3rd Street, and we're gonna get get you some. I had the bed. I had the brand new bed. I didn't have no mattress. And he was like, I'm gonna get you a brand new mattress, and then I'm gonna get the girls a bedroom set. And then he would walk into my house, and he would look around. He was like, I see you got a laptop. Why don't you have what a printer at? I was like, I don't have a printer. He said, don't worry about it. I got to get you a printer. He was a good dude. I wasn't ready for him though, because I didn't I wasn't ready for him. He was real mature. He was really mature and all of that. He had properties. He he worked in law enforcement, and he had a lot of properties. He was just a good dude. I wasn't ready for him. I liked him, but I just know I wasn't ready for him. Justice Vidal says food stamp. But my point is, when they like you, they see that there is a need already. They don't come and try to flop down and put on a pamper and try to jump on your back for you to take care of them. They come in and make things better for the woman. If you make it better for her, in returns, because I don't see how a woman can love no man that keeps her in survival mode. He's sitting looking at her, waiting, wanting her to take care of everything, and he comfortable with it. Just be comfortable, like sitting with a damn pissy pamper on. Um, Justice Fidel says food stamps the best thing ever. Even when was making 100K a week, I still bought them. all from from my oh my god. He said I bought them from my partners and they baby mamas. Oh, you oh my goodness. Remember Biden was giving these girls so many food stamps and stuff. It wasn't no groceries in the store. They remember that all it wasn't no grocery in the store. They got all them food stamps. It was girls selling like 2,000 food stamps for $900. I mean, like it wasn't no seafood. It wasn't no seafood in the store. I mean, they bought up all the groceries. I was talking to my cousin the other day, and she was telling me her son got his own place. I was like, wow, well, that's a good thing. I said, where he work at? He don't work. I said, she was like, he gets Section 8. I said, she said, yeah, they gave him a Section 8 voucher. Now, I don't mean no harm. That joker, sorry. Why he get a Section 8 voucher and I have to pay all this? I have to, and people that work hard having to pay all the rent and the mortgage. And she said he got a nice house he rent with a Section 8 voucher. When did they start giving men Section 8 vouchers? I didn't know that was happening. He get a Section 8 voucher. He don't work. He got kids, but he ain't raising them. So they just giving anybody Section 8 vouchers instead of other than the people that's where I could use this. Why won't they give me one? I get stressed out every time I have to go into the grocery store. They won't give me no food stamps. Oh, Wheelchair said that's all straight drop work. You talking about with Howard Barnett? With Howard Barnett, if I had to guess, it probably is. I guess it's gonna depend on. I would say that he's more than likely responsible. I don't know if he was in jail during that time. If I had to guess, I mean, well, looking at it looks like he was out for a short period of time. But even if he was in jail, I still think that he's responsible for what happened to Howard. Somebody's telling what happened to Howard. And them women gonna face the same. They knew what they did to Howard, and them women didn't say nothing, and probably more than likely was involved. I don't know if they were involved at this point because the person who knows hadn't told me that has well one of them was involved. I don't know if the other one was. So they think the other one was, but I'm not that I don't think that's been confirmed at this point. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. He said she was. Oh wow. I wonder. I wonder who. I wonder what who told. I wonder who decided. I wonder at this point. I wonder me because I don't know. I wonder who decided to tell. I wonder if Cornelius knew about it. You think y'all think Cornelius knew about it? I don't think was Cornelius dealing with them around that time. Had he heard something about it? I tell you, the Bible says your sins will find you out. And I've just been anticipating when everything hit the fan. I and all of the details of everything. I anticipate that just like everybody else too. It says now he was free. Remember, he got out after only a few months after. Right, he got out. That's what I thought. It was showing that he was out because man, what Howard would miss it. He got him a lawyer. He got him a good lawyer. After Howard went missing, he got him a good lawyer. Hmm. He says Cornelius wasn't around 101%, wouldn't know any detail. I wonder who would know detail. It's obvious. It's obvious. Like you don't just the FBI don't just take over a case for nothing. Justice Verdal says he think it's one of the older guys. Remember one of Howard's family members reached out to Quet, and Quet told the guy he he had never even heard of Howard Barnett. He didn't know who that was. He never heard of him. Hmm. He says Quit full of shit. He was sitting in the same room with Howard, Ian, Hot, Evelyn, and them. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm taking some of my braids down around the edges. I could just get some I could just take some edge control and lay it down. All of this is spooky and they so gonna kill me for what I know. Well, don't put that into the atmosphere. We rebuke that. We rebuke that in the name of Jesus. They're not gonna kill you. We come against that spirit in the name of Jesus. If anybody on here got that murdering demon on them, we come against that spirit in the name of Jesus. We send it back to the pits of hell. So either you allow that spirit to leave you, or God gonna take you up out of here. Okay. As a matter of fact, God, I'm getting ready to put a prayer into the atmosphere, because if it's anybody on my live in the bushes that's got that murdering demon on you, you're gonna have a heart attack and die. You're gonna get your ass out my damn bushes, because we're gonna put some prayer on you. I don't need you lurking up in here. We come against you in the name of Jesus. No damn sadistic killers and all of that. You don't hang around here. I don't want you here. that murdering demon on you. Yeah, I'm sitting up taking braids now. Oh Lord, I rebuke that spirit in the name of Jesus. I do not want to sound like the cussing pastor. I rebuke that spirit in the name of Jesus. I'm gonna stop cussing. I when my kids was growing up, I didn't cuss. I didn't cuss around my children. I didn't cuss when they was growing up because I didn't want them to hear me cussing and stuff. So I remember like I went like one time I went like 5 years, 5 or 6 years without saying a cuss word. I would not cuss. And I'm gonna get back to that point. I've never been a big cusser. When I got on this internet and they started playing with me on there, and and around the time my dad was sick and stuff, they brought the worst out in me. Like I was like, these folks want to play with me. You can't even be nice. You can't even be cordial, like not saying anything, trying to take the high road. These folks got on here and made me meaner than a junkyard. Like they made me cuss them out. And it's sad because it's like these people come from all different walks of life. That's all they understand. But I can't stoop to other people's level though. I don't because I don't it don't even seem like right when I cuss. My mom never cussed around us. And that was before my mother became an evangelist. Before my mom even became an evangelist, my mother still never cussed. I've heard I've heard her cuss. I've heard my mom cuss a couple of times though, because recently I could not believe it. I couldn't believe my mom called me. She could said she called me crazy ass. I couldn't believe it. She said I got on her nerves so bad I made her cuss. But she just be getting mad at me because I have to make sure she have everything she need and she take care of herself and she don't be wanna, you know, it's just certain things I like for her to do because I want for my mother to be around. I want her health and stuff to be good. And she think I be trying to boss her. I told her I want her to go a month without eating meat, and she don't want to do it. She don't want to do it, but I think it would be a good idea if she went a month without eating meat because my mother has knee she has knee issues. So I told my sister, I said, I tell you what we need to do is we need to take all her meat out of her freezer. My sister didn't want to do it. And I would go buy her all the vegetables and stuff she needed and fruits. And she would see a difference, but she don't want to do that. We justice for dog. We rebuke that in the name of Jesus. They better not put their hands on you, and I'm serious. They better not. I'm telling you, God don't play. If they think about trying to do something to you, on their way to try to do it, they'll have a wreck. They'll have a wreck and die. That's the type of God that we serve. God don't play about that. And if it's somebody in here that's got a murdering demon on them, you think you're a hitman or something like that, you get your ass off my damn live right now and take your ass on somewhere and go crawl up under a rock or back in the sewer you came out of. But don't hang on my live. Think you're gonna kill nobody up in here. Who is it that's trying to kill you, Justice for Dog? Who you think trying to take you out? Quit and his buddies quit in jail. Quit in jail. He can't do nothing to you. He says, I know who, and they won't dare come see me directly, but plotting like little girls in the shadows. Oh, wow. I know it. She love. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I said I don't. I always say. Well, I always say I eat. I'm not a. I don't buy a lot of pork or whatever. But I ain't gonna tell no stories. Like I do like bacon. I like pork bacon. Whole Foods used to have this peppered turkey bacon that I used to like to buy, and it tastes good. They don't have it no more. So I went back to pork bacon. But my mama be buying ham hocks and ham ends to put in her greens and to put in her green beans and stuff. I ain't gonna even lie, it be good. It be so good when it had it and it had them ham hocks in there and them and the green beans and then the greens and I think she put some meat in her cabbage. It be good. It really do. Thank you, Will Chill. I don't know why nobody would, you know, people get scared when it comes to like some of these crimes and stuff that they've committed. The thing about it is like it usually always comes out anyways. I told y'all, and this let me say this. I want to do a PSA. Crime Stoppers is truly an anonymous tip line. I worked in Crime Stoppers for many years. I know for a fact that they do payouts because we went and did payouts every the first week of every month. And they don't record, they don't record your voice or nothing like that. And like if you know of a crime or something like that or a murder, if you call crime, you could call Crime Stoppers and give the tip, and then the people that take the tip take it over to the bureau. And I mean, if you give them tips on a crime, you'll get paid and you don't have to testify in court if it turns out to be legitimate, because they won't know who you are. So I mean, it's just something to think about. 52901 528 cash. 528 cash. Call the tip line and give an anonymous tip and get paid. Our meat be good in the cabbage too. I promise. I'm tell you, like my grandma and my mom and them could cook so well. But before my grandmother passed away, my grandmother did say this. My grandmama said I had the best spaghetti in the family. She was like, I season my spaghetti really good. I think she liked it because like they normally use like the same seasonings, but my spaghetti is always seasoned to perfection. Thank you, the Alabama hitter, for 100 jewels. Yeah, mine is always seasoned to perfection. And see, I use oregano, Italian seasoning, and all. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Hmm. But my grandma made the best greens in the family. Now my mom makes the best greens. My mother makes the best greens in the family because she get the recipe from my grandma. And my mother makes the best potato salad in the family. My mother makes the best potato salad in the United States. I'm just telling you that right now. She makes the best potato salad. And I make the best spaghetti and I make the best lasagna. And my mother, my macaroni and cheese is a little different. And my mom said she liked it. It's not the traditional macaroni and cheese. I do like a 6 cheese macaroni and cheese, 6 different cheeses that taste really, really good. And my mother didn't think that she would like it, and she tried it and she likes it. She said that it's good. But now that I make my own macaroni and cheese, it's hard for me to go back to eating regular macaroni, traditional macaroni and cheese. Yeah, so my lasagna, my spaghetti, and what else do my kids like for me to make? I make a And I got this recipe from a lady that I work with. I make a good Arabian pasta. It's really good. My kids and my mama like that. And um I'm gonna tell y'all why my spaghetti is so good. Like with the meat, my ground turkey, because I don't do ground beef. My ground turkey or my ground chicken, I smoke it, I cook it on the grill and put it in the spaghetti. And that's why my spaghetti, that's one reason why my spaghetti be so good. Because you taste that smoky flavor with the all of the good seasonings of the spaghetti. But I get so tickled. Some of these men be talking about they don't eat no woman spaghetti. Child, I remember my baby daddy, my youngest daughter's dad used to always say, "My brothers always told me not to eat no woman spaghetti." I don't know why he thought I was wanting to put something in his spaghetti to keep him there because I wanted them to go. I ain't if it I was gone, so I don't even know why he. I used to just look at him and chuckle. I just used to go, "You just He think I want to put something in his spaghetti to keep him here. I want you gone." She says, I do. I've been begging you to tell how to use the Cash App. You would look right over it. I think down in Louisiana they call like spaghetti sauce red gravy. I used to talk to this guy in Louisiana, and I was talking about red gravy, and I was like, "What's that?" He was like, like red gravy, red gravy. I said, I don't think I've ever had red gravy. He was like, you don't use red gravy like for your spaghetti? Nothing like that. I was like, tomato sauce? Are you talking about tomato sauce? They call it red gravy. But he was even sitting up talking about how they down there in Louisiana, they don't eat no woman's red gravy. Oh Lord Jesus. Which is weird because but then they'll eat the lasagna though. They don't eat the spaghetti because of the red tomato sauce, but you'll eat the lasagna that's got tomato sauce in it. Hey Kimberly, and I found a way to make really good tomato sauce. Um, you get some tomatoes and put it in like a blender, and make your own tomato sauce. And put all of your own seasonings in there. You don't have to worry about those added preservatives or whatever. Make organic tomato sauce. Put a little sugar in there. Put all of your seasonings, the garlic, the Italian seasoning, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a pinch of salt. I don't like salt. I don't cook with salt because I don't like it. And that's how you make organic tomato sauce. She said, my oldest daughter's father is from Memphis. He said the same thing. I feel they been effing up and they be scared. That's what my youngest daughter's dad was sitting up talking about. We lived together for a little while. My brothers always told me not to eat nobody's spaghetti. The way he was out there, he was a cheater. I told y'all that he was out there just cheating and stuff. He was sneaky with it, and he didn't even know. Why would I give him? Why would I put something in his spaghetti? He ought to be glad I was even cooking for him because I couldn't even stand him. Why would he think I would put something in his spaghetti to try to keep him there, to try to put a hex on him? I wish I could have put a hex on him to get the hell away from me and stay away. But I think that's a myth that a lot of men, it has just stuck with a lot of men. I hope ain't no women doing that, putting their period in somebody's tomato sauce. I hope not. I think that came from back in the day. That's what the voodoo women did. The women that practice voodoo. And whether these men know it or not, these women practice voodoo now more than ever. They into their witchcraft stuff. I could never go try to get a love spell to try to make somebody love me. I feel bad about myself. The dude, it can't will nobody to you, but my thought would be the person is only with me because you got them up under a spell. You put somebody up under a spell to go against their own will to love you. I mean, that's messed up. He said, "Jesus Christ, I'm never." Well, now I don't eat everybody's spaghetti, and the reason why, like, if I go out, I never order spaghetti. I can't eat everybody's spaghetti. I cook spaghetti too good, so I mean, I just cook it. I got it so perfected. I can't eat nobody else's spaghetti because it's not gonna taste good like mine. It can't measure up to mine. Yes, sugar is into that. Uh-huh. And for some reason, I think Finesse two times know it and like it. I think he know it. I think he dabbles in it. But whatever Sugar got on Finesse, it ain't working. She needs to get it stronger. He said, but regarding pasta, if it sits in the oven after some hours, starts developing bacteria which can kill you. There were already cases with some died after pasta cooked for a few. Oh wow. He helps her to make the spaghetti sauce. Them folks is sick. Sugar and Finesse two times sick. So he like doing it. Oh Lord. Lord Jesus. Mm, mm, mm. As much as I love pasta, I see a man had a brain defect from eating oysters at a famous restaurant in Chicago. Hmm. She said she guessing because they freaking deaky. Well, sugar on whatever for their song. He said, always cook your pasta fresh, never cook the whole pot and eat it over a long period of time. Make the sauce and refrigerate it and cook pasta. Needed. Hmm. You know what? The first time I tried oysters was down in New Orleans, and the hotel that we were staying at had a seafood restaurant attached to it. And the girl was like, the oysters are really good. I was like, I never eaten oysters before. And it was a po' boy oyster sandwich. And I promise you, it was the best. But I can't eat them slimy though. I can't eat them raw. I can't eat them slimy. They have to be fried or smoked. Hmm. All right, y'all. I've been on here with you all. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. It's funny because I gotta be up, in which I don't think I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I'm not, because I'm kind of wired up. But I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. We'll do it live. Oh, so we'll do it live tomorrow because Cornelia Smith goes to court to talk about what happened. Says Mr. Bean put a fear in me as a child. Never ate a raw oyster in my life. I'm telling you, I really don't think that it's safe to be eating raw foods, anyways. I've never known it to be safe to eat raw foods. Anyways, you guys, raw seafood and living organism is a big no. Yes, it is. All right, you all. I appreciate y'all getting on. We'll get on later today to speak about why and what is going on with Cornelius Smith. Why is he at court? Okay. And then we'll talk about. I saw something else that I wanted to talk about. I see where there's a trend now, and it's the numbers are starting to go up, and they probably was already up. Of it there, a man is getting ready to go to the DP to the death. He got the DP, and they get ready to take him out for what he was doing to children. He either they took him out today or they're gonna take him out next Thursday. So we're gonna talk about that. Okay. Just had a little, I put them on a cracker and put some hot sauce on it. I can't deal with nothing slimy in my mouth. Anyways, you guys, y'all, we'll be back on here later. We'll be back on here at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I love you all. I thank y'all for supporting the channel. Until next time, God bless us all. Y'all sleep peacefully tonight. Okay. Talk to you later.